President Trump is back in Washington this morning as Friday's tariff deadline looms. U.S. and Chinese negotiators ended 2 days of trade talks, but with no deal. It comes as the Federal Reserve meets today to consider interest rates. NBC's Alice Barr has details this morning.
In a big week for the economy, all eyes are on the Federal Reserve and a highly anticipated decision this afternoon on whether to cut interest rates, as President Trump has been pressing for to boost the economy. Though most analysts expect the Fed to hold rates steady, wary of the potential for inflation, with a sweeping new round of tariffs set to hit on Friday. The Yale Budget Lab says product stockpiles have delayed many price increases for now.
What importers were trying to do was try to kind of pull in as much as they could into the economy in order to have to avoid the fact that ultimately they are going to have to raise prices.
While also projecting the tariffs will raise roughly $3 trillion for the U.S. over a decade. President Trump pointing to progress in one of the biggest outstanding trade negotiations with China, as the Treasury Secretary wrapped up talks without a deal, but with a possible extension to keep tariffs from shooting back up.
We'll either approve it or not, but he felt very good about the meeting. Better than he felt yesterday.
The president saying he intends to meet with China's president by the end of the year, as more European leaders voice frustration over the deal reached this week, setting a 15% tariff on most goods entering the U.S. from the European Union.
Dass es nicht so bleibt, wie es bisher war.
The German chancellor saying the tariffs will hurt both the German and American economies, as the French prime minister slammed the deal as an act of submission. Another key economic indicator coming on Friday, the July jobs report, with questions looming about the impact of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and uncertainty over tariffs for U.S. businesses that import materials from abroad. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.